In today's tier list, we're going to be taking a look at some of the most popular products right now. So these are some of the most popular products based on TCGPlayer. I ranked them by best selling, and you see we have a mix of booster boxes, booster bundles, ETBs, premium collections, right? We have all sorts of different products, and we're going to be ranking them today in terms of their investment potential. So let's get started with this tier list. First and foremost, we have Blooming Waters. This is going into the good value tier. Good value just means that the product, in my opinion, is undervalued right now, and I think Blooming Waters is still undervalued even at $150, right? I think Blooming Waters could see more reprint waves down the line, so this price will most likely decrease if we get some more reprints. So picking this up, anything under 150 I think is a pretty good value buy. And even more so with this Lucario and Tyranitar premium collection that we just got for Prismatic Evolutions, right? This recently dropped, I believe, on Costco and maybe Sam's Club, but this is a really good value buy because you have 14 Prismatic Evolutions packs. This is very similar to something like the Sea and Sky box for Crown Zenith, but Prismatic is arguably the better set, and right now this is going for anywhere from, $80 to $100 I see on Facebook Marketplace. So picking it up for around that $100 mark for 14 Prismatic packs is not a bad deal at all, and I think this will most likely get more and more restocks down the line, so definitely going to be some good deals on the Lucario Premium Collection on the line. Now we go into the booster bundles, and the first product is going to be Black Bolt booster bundles. This is also a good value buy right now. Black Bolt is a really great set. It has a very high total set value. It has, the monochrome rares. It has the Seismitoad. It has the Zekrom SIR. It has a lot of really, really cool cards in it. I think it's an amazing set. And right now you can still pick this booster bundle up for under $50. I think that's a great value buy. And while this is still being massively printed right now, that is probably your best opportunity to get in at a good price and to get a large quantity of this set if you want it. The next booster bundle is Paldean Fates, and I'm going to be putting Paldean Fates in the expensive but worth it tier, right? And I'm going to put 151 along with Paldean Fates in this tier. Both of these are now over $100, and both of these are amazing sets, of course, but $100 is a little bit steep, right? It's getting a lot steeper now. It's getting harder and harder to justify paying the prices right now for both of these sets, but they're still really good sets at the end of the day, and you can't go wrong with picking both of these up, even at $100. So that is why it's expensive, but still worth it. Would I go all in on both of these products at $100 each? Probably not, right? I think there's better places to put your money, but I still think you can't go wrong even at $100. Speaking of the better places to put your money, we're going to be putting Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles in the dump your life savings, right? Put every single penny you have into this product. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't do that. This is, in my opinion, one of the best market buys right now in today's current environment. If you saw the recent video I made on Prismatic, I go more in depth on why this particular product is really good right now. One of the main points is that it is very cheap. You can find this for $50 locally, 6 packs for a booster bundle, and for a set that is on par or even better than Paldean Fates and 151, this is just an absolutely no-brainer play right now. Next, we go into the various different ETBs that are popular right now. First and foremost is Twilight Masquerade ETBs, and this has been in the spotlight because it got a recent reprint. Right now, this is sitting for around that $70 to $80 range, and that is an absolute buy, in my opinion. While the booster boxes are already going for way over $300, I just think this is a really good value buy, and you're kind of taking advantage of that reprint that just happened, so you're getting in at a pretty low price, because before the reprint, this was, I believe, over $100, so you're getting in at a really, really good discount right now. Same thing with Surging Sparks, right? The Surging Sparks regular ETB is currently sitting in that $70 to $80 range still. This is an absolutely amazing buy at the current price. Same reasoning as Twilight Masquerade, right? This was over a $100 ETB before the reprints, and now you're getting it for 30% off, right? This is a great value right now. The next ETB is going to be 151 ETBs. This is going to be expensive but worth it. This is absolutely one of the best ETBs we have in Scarlet and Violet, if not the best, right? The most iconic. And I just think at $400 right now, it's still a pretty good value. I'm tempted to put it in the good value tier, but just because it's already a lot over MSRP, it's already 10x over MSRP. I definitely think it's expensive but worth it. I can still see this running up a lot in the future. Definitely a good long-term hold. Next up, we have the Destined Rivals PC ETB. This is also going to be expensive but worth it. It's sitting at, I think, about $350, $360, which is up a lot from when it was sitting in that $200 range. I only have one of these, but I'm tempted to pick up more because I don't think this is going to get reprinted, right? Typically, Pokemon doesn't reprint PC ETBs, but with Destined Rivals especially, right, we got that, I think, one drop. Maybe we got a second smaller wave. I can't remember. But this is one of the less printed recent PC ETBs that we've gotten. Something like Prismatic is also going to go in this expensive but worth it tier. This got printed more, and it's sitting currently, I think, at $400 something, almost $450, which is pretty crazy. And that is very expensive, right? This was a much better deal back then at $200. But if you don't have any, right, and this goes for all of these products in the expensive but worth it tier, if you don't have any of these right now, I would probably pick up maybe one or two of each, right? Just so that you have it, because in the future, most likely these are not going to get reprinted. And even if they do, it's not going to correct the price that much. So these are only going to go up from here, right? These are most likely going to either go up or stay relatively stagnant. So your risk on these is actually pretty low in my opinion. Next up, we have the Prismatic Evolutions regular ETB, and you guys already know, dump your life savings into this product. You can still find these for about 110, 120 locally, if not less. I was actually able to find 7 of these this past weekend for $100 each, right? So you're still able to find deals for regular Prismatic ETBs. If you're able to find it for $100, then absolutely dump your life savings. Even at market price of around $120, $130, I still think it's a really, really good buy. Both of these products, obviously don't actually dump your life savings, okay? But if I had to choose which product to dump my life savings in, if I had to, then it would be both of these products right now. Now we get into the ultra premium collections, right? First and foremost is the 151 UPC. This is going to be expensive but worth it. I really do like the 151 UPC, and I unfortunately don't have any. But right now it's sitting at, I think, $550, $580, right? It's nearing $600 now, which is pretty steep. It has amazing promos where it has the Mew, it has the Mewtwo, and it has the Gold Mew. So this is definitely a really, really desirable UPC with, I think, 16 or 15 151 packs. So great promos, great packs, absolutely worth it. Definitely pick up one if you don't have it already. I'm actually thinking of picking up one for myself. Next up is the Sword and Shield Charizard UPC. This is also going to be in the expensive but worth it tier. I only have one of these, unfortunately, but this is an amazing UPC. If you guys don't know what the contents are, it has basically all of the desirable Sword and Shield packs, right? It has Evolving Skies, it has Fusion Strike, it has Lost Origin, it has, I think, Silver Tempest, Brilliant Stars, right? It has all of the really desirable Sword and Shield packs. It's like a Sword and Shield ETF. It contains a little bit of everything, and it has 3 amazing Charizard promos, 3 of the best promos in all of Sword and Shield, in my opinion, other than the Evolutions promos. So this is definitely worth it. If you don't have one already, right, you can still find this for, I think, around that $400 range, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for $400, this is still a really great buy. Next up is the Prismatic SPC. This is going to be in dollar cost average, right? What does dollar cost average mean? This means buy some right now, and if we get reprints or this drops in price, buy some later. These are products you definitely want to have a good quantity of, in my opinion. I think the Prismatic SPC, right now it's at $300. I would maybe buy some right now, right? Maybe buy 1 or 2 or 3. And then if this gets reprinted, which I believe it still will probably get one more wave of reprints, just because Prismatic is such a popular set. The last UPC is going to be this Mega Charizard UPC. This hasn't released yet, but currently it's on pre-order for like $350, $380, which is absolutely insane. And this is going to be in the do not touch right now tier. Don't touch this right now for $380, right? Do not pre-order this. This is apparently getting like 2.9 million units, so this is going to be printed a lot. This is probably going to be printed more than all these other UPCs. So you're definitely going to have time to pick this up. The promo is pretty good. It has good packs. It has a lot of Destined Rivals packs and Phantasmal Flames and Mega Evolutions packs. So good pack selection, good promo, but you have time to pick this up. Don't pre-order it right now. Next up are the popular booster boxes that are currently being sold a lot. And first and foremost is going to be Paldean Evolved. This is going to be expensive but worth it, right? It's sitting at, I think, it's close to $500 now, which is pretty steep, right? I only have 3 of these, so I don't have too many. But still at $500, right, I'm kind of tempted to pick some up just because of how good the Magikarp is, but definitely worth it if you don't have any in your collection, right? I would pick up maybe 1 or 2 of these just to have it, because right now might be the cheapest Paldea Evolved booster boxes are ever going to be. It's going out of rotation next April, so only a couple months from now, and this will absolutely go over $1,000, over $2,000 in the future. So definitely pick it up if you don't have one already. Next up is Surging Sparks booster boxes. This is going straight into dollar cost average, guys. You can still find these for around that $260, $270 range, and it's been in that same range, right? Anywhere from $220 to $270. It's been in that range for months, right? For basically 8 months now, ever since it had that giant spike up after release, and it went up all the way to, I think, $260. And then it had the reprint, of course, brought it all the way back down to $215. And then now it's rising back up, and it's back at its all-time high once again, right? Right now is still a great opportunity to dollar cost average in the Surging Sparks if you don't have it, especially. But even me, right, I have a couple cases of Surging Sparks. I am still considering buying more even at these elevated prices, right? My initial buy was at $120. And I am still considering buying at $270, $280 because of how strong this set is and how cheap I think Surging Sparks is relative to all these other Scarlet and Violet sets, right? Think of a set like Obsidian Flames, right? I think Obsidian Flames is a pretty good set, but it's like $100 more expensive than Surging Sparks right now. I don't think that is justified, right? I think Surging Sparks should be more expensive than Obsidian Flames. It's the much better sets. Think of Temporal Forces and think of Paradox Drift, right? Both of those sets are basically the same price as Surging Sparks, right? Think of Twilight Masquerade. That is a set that people compare to Surging Sparks, but that is already a lot more expensive than Surging Sparks. So this is one of the most undervalued, if not the most undervalued booster box right now. Definitely dollar cost average in to Surging Sparks booster boxes. Next up is Silver Tempest booster boxes. I'm going to put this in good value. I think these are still under $500, which is pretty crazy, right? I know the Lugia has went up a lot. I know the Rayquaza has went up a lot, and I think both the Blazikins have went up a lot. And the booster box is still under $500. That's a really good deal in my opinion. Definitely pick this up, and I would honestly pick this up over Paldea Evolved, right? And that's why I have it in the good value tier. I think this is a better value than Paldea Evolved right now. Evolving Skies is the next booster box. I'm gonna put this at the top of expensive but worth it. If you had to pick up one product out of all of these in the expensive but worth it tier, I think it has to be an Evolving Skies booster box. This is the team up of Sword and Shield, right? This is the modern day team up. Next up is the king of dollar cost average. This is going to be Destined Rivals, guys. I would still dollar cost average into this set. Back in July, when I picked up my position of Destined Rivals, this was easily at the top of Dump Your Life savings. But right now, since it's already run up to almost $500 now, I would put it in dollar cost average. Buy some right now if you don't have any, right? If you have zero allocation of Destined Rivals right now, maybe buy 1 or 2 boxes. And then we'll wait and see what happens with the reprint. I made a video yesterday talking about this situation, so if you want more details about Destined Rivals, watch the Destined Rivals video I just made. But this will get a reprint. But when the reprint happens, nobody knows. And how big of a reprint, we also don't know. So these are big question marks. So buy some right now, and then when the reprint comes, buy some later. And hopefully, when the reprint comes, it goes lower. But you never know, which is why you want to dollar cost average and buy some right now. Last but not least, we have some of the newer sets, right? So first and foremost, Mega Evolutions. This, I'm actually tempted to put this in good value right now because you can still find this for, I think, $260, maybe $270. You can get a case of this for about $1,500 right now, which is a pretty good deal if you compare it to some of these other sets. And I think Mega Evolution is a pretty good set overall. Just because there's so much uncertainty, I'm going to have to put this in don't touch this right now. Last but not least, we have Phantasmal Flames. And this might be a hot take, but I wouldn't touch this right now because it's not only very expensive coming out the gate, right? Cases of this are now selling for, I think, $2,100, which is kind of crazy, right? Over $300 a box for a set that hasn't even released yet. And also, I don't think this set is going to be as good of a set as people are hyping it up to be. I think the Charizard is going to be amazing. I think that card can easily be over $500. I think that Charizard SIR is probably a contender for the best Charizard artwork of all time. But the rest of the set isn't that deep. We're most likely not going to get a Mega Gengar SIR in Phantasmal Flames. That's probably coming later in a specialty set. So it's only going to be really carried by that Charizard SIR. But I don't think Phantasmal Flames is going to be at the caliber of something like a Destined Rivals or an Evolving Skies. So that's why I have to put it in Don't Touch right now. That's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about my rankings. Let me know what you're buying right now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.